Welcome to Financial Coaching Kingdom, the podcast that helps you align your money with your purpose. I'm your host, John. We've all felt the weight of financial stress, the sleepless nights, the silent disagreements with our spouse, the feeling that we've just not in control. But what if there's a better way? What if managing your money was less about math and more about peace of mind? On this podcast, we'll explore a different kind of financial freedom. It's not just about what you earn or what you owe. It's about the emotional clarity that comes from being on the same page with your spouse, the spiritual strength you gain from worshiping God with your finances, and the deep satisfaction of knowing you're building a lasting legacy for your family. Every week, we'll cut through the noise to bring you simple, powerful truths that will help you move from financial chaos to confidence. If you're ready to find clarity, grow in unity, and live with purpose, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Today, I want to tell you about a couple, Danny and Patricia. They were both successful professionals, good people, faithful givers, but they were drowning. They had 4 credit cards, small personal loan, and the interest felt like an anchor dragging them underwater. The total minimum payment was consuming almost an entire paycheck. One Tuesday night, they were sitting in the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills. Patricia was near tears. "Danny," she sighed, "I saw an ad for a debt management company. They said we could make one simple payment and they handle the rest. No more calls, no more juggling due dates. It sounds like a miracle." Danny loved the idea of a miracle. He felt shackled, like a prisoner of debt, and the debt management company sounded like an easy breakout plan. One payment, the promise was peace. Someone else would work their magic, negotiating the interest, and just make the debt disappear. They saw the benefit: delegation. They would pay the agency, and the agency would distribute the money. They signed up for the consultation, and for a moment they felt relief. They almost handed over the keys to their bank account. But then they paused. As they talked about it and prayed about it, they realized the fatal flaw. The debt management company was offering a solution to the symptom, juggling the payments, but not the disease, their financial habits. Patricia said, "If someone else manages the stress for us, how will we ever learn to manage money ourselves? We're just building up debt again." Danny said, "Exactly. God calls us to be good stewards of His money. Handling the whole process over to a third party feels like outsourcing the discipline. We need to face this debt head on, not pay someone else to hide it." That night, they realized they didn't just need debt relief. They needed behavioral change. They needed a do-it-yourself debt management plan. They needed the debt snowball. They decided to follow the 5-phase do-it-yourself plan, the debt snowball, and let me tell you, it wasn't easy. In the first month, they had to go through phase 1, stop the bleeding, and build their first zero-based budget. That meant cutting cable, canceling the gym, and saying no to eating out. Danny felt embarrassed telling his friends he couldn't grab lunch. Patricia felt deprived when she saw that her savings account dropped to build the $1,000 starter fund. They had a few fights about the budget, but they came to the benefit, clarity, and shared purpose. They were fighting for each other, not against each other. They finally knew where every dollar was going. Then they began phase 3, the attack. They threw everything at the smallest $1,500 credit card. Every extra dime, every birthday check, every bit of overtime went straight to it. When that first card hit a zero balance after 3 months, they didn't just feel relief, they felt triumph. They put on a specific song, did a goofy dance, and ceremoniously cut up that credit card together. That win was huge. It wasn't the agency's win, it was their win. It cemented their commitment that they created the momentum. The emotional high of that small victory gave them the courage to tackle the next bigger debt. Danny and Patricia could have chosen the easy way, paid the fee, and hired someone to manage their debt. But by choosing the do-it-yourself debt management plan, they didn't just pay off the debt, they gained competence, character, and unity. They traded outsourced management for personal mastery, which is the very definition of good stewardship. If you're feeling shackled, remember, the journey out of debt is not just about math. It's about changing your habits. And that change is always best when it's forced by you. You've heard the wisdom and you understand the benefits. But if putting it all into practice feels overwhelming, you don't have to do it alone. A budget is a roadmap to financial peace, and I can help you create one that works for your life. Ready to take the first step? Contact financial coach johnllc.com today and schedule your free consultation. Let's get your budget working for you. But what is the debt snowball method? The debt snowball method is a debt reduction strategy where you pay debt in order of the smallest balance to the largest balance, gaining momentum as you knock out each balance. When the smallest debt is paid in full, you roll the minimum payment you are making on that debt into the next smallest debt payment. Here's how the debt snowball works. Step 1, list your debts from the smallest to largest, regardless of interest rate. Step 2, make minimum payments on all your debts except the smallest debt. Step 3, throw as much money as you can to the smallest debt until it's gone. Step 4, take what you are paying on your smallest debt and add that to the payment of the next smallest debt until it's gone too. Step 5, rinse and repeat. Repeat until each debt is paid in full and you're completely debt-free. As you knock out your debts one by one, the amount of money you have to throw at the rest of your debt grows, kind of like a debt snowball rolling down a hill, hence the name. And the excitement you get from paying off the smallest debt super quick will motivate you and keep you plowing through your debt all the way to debt-free finish line. I wish I could tell you that I did this once and that was it. I got debt-free and I stayed out of debt and life was good. But that's not the case. Got debt-free. We decided that we wanted to live a little more freer. Ended up going back into debt. Guess what we got to do again? Get out of debt again. If you've gotten out of debt and then found yourself back into debt, just know you're not alone. It happens. Get back onto the train. You can do it. You can do it. Earlier this week, I was at a prayer meeting with some other men, and one of the prayer requests that came out was a friend was going through a divorce, and this was a Christian couple, and the friend was calling really to get the approval of the friend who we were praying with that what his wife was doing of seeking a divorce was wrong. Well, this friend knew a little bit more about the scenario than I do. I definitely don't know what was actually happening behind closed doors. But one of the statements that he made is like, hey, brother, you've been divorcing her for 15 years with the way that you act. She is just now actually putting it into action. And again, I don't know what was happening behind closed doors, but it caused me to step back and take a look at my own relationship. With all the normal stresses in life, am I romancing my wife with her love language that she understands and speaks? So how are you keeping that relationship going? For those who are businessmen, or do you keep your employees happy as much as you do your spouse? Or do you pay attention a lot more to your employees than your spouse? Are you spending that much time and attention on your wife as you are thinking about your employees? Just take a moment, pray about it, and go tell her that you love her. This journey isn't just about you. It's about building a legacy for your family. If you're married or in a relationship, share this episode with your partner. Have a conversation about the principles we've discussed and start building a financial plan together. A strong team starts with a shared vision.